In celebration of Independence Day, the NRA, I've been beating them relentlessly on the ATF's pistol brace rule. Where are they? Why are they not a plaintiff? Well, in celebration of Independence Day, the NRA has filed suit against the ATF for the pistol brace issue. Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's Lear Capital. Inflation is killing our wallets at the pump and the grocery store. Interest rate hikes are killing our small businesses and the economy. Banks are failing. The dollar is failing. And it seems to be getting worse day by day. But the good news is that we can protect ourselves and our financial futures by holding tangible assets like gold and silver. So why wait? Do what I did and call my friends at Lear Capital. They helped me purchase my gold and silver and showed me just how easy it actually is to add physical gold or silver to an IRA or a 401k. Give them a call today. It's 1-800-260-5075 or check them out at leargg.com. Links and phone number will be down in the description for you. Once again, that's leargg.com or 1-800-260-5075. Hey everybody, my name is Jared. This is Guns and Gadgets, and I bring you Second Amendment news every single day, even on Independence Day. And if you think that our freedoms, the Second Amendment, are more important than the ATF or anything that they think, believe, or desire, then subscribe to this channel down below, hit the like button, and share this video so other people will see it. Excuse the voice. It's a little froggy today. Did a lot of talking yesterday. But here is the lawsuit that was filed yesterday on July 3rd in federal court by the NRA. All right, let's read the beginning of this complaint for declaratory and injunctive relief. It says, Plaintiff, National Rifle Association of America, Inc., by and through the undersigned counsel, files this complaint against the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the U.S. Department of Justice, Stephen Dettelbach, and Merrick Garland in their official capacities, under which they are responsible for administering and enforcing federal firearm laws, including the final rule titled Factoring Criteria for Firearms with Attached Stabilizing Braces. Plaintiffs seek a declaration that final rule violates the Administrative Procedures Act and the Second and Fifth Amendments to the United States Constitution. Plaintiffs also seek preliminary and permanent injunctive relief, barring defendants from enforcing the final rule. In support of the complaint against defendants, plaintiffs hereby make the following allegations. A. The ATF reverses years of precedent in promulgating the final rule. Now, a lot of the things in this lawsuit the NRA is suing ATF on are seen in other lawsuits. I've covered them in other videos, so I'm not going to dive deep, but the basic premise is the same. B. The NRA, including hundreds of thousands of members in Texas and millions nationwide, face irreparable harm due to the ATF's arbitrary policy change via the final rule. And they added that there because they filed this in Texas. And C, the NRA seeks to protect its members from the enforcement of the final rule. Now, I said a lot of the things that the NRA has in the lawsuit are very similar to every other lawsuit, but I want to show you a couple quick things here that stood out and that are good points by NRA. Under B, the NRA says, since 2012, ATF's long-standing policy has been clear. Firearms with stabilizing braces are not intended to be fired from the shoulder, and attaching a brace to a handgun does not transform it into a rifle, or a short-barreled rifle if it is less than 26 inches overall or has a barrel less than 16 inches under the NFA. ATF has repeatedly recognized that stabilizing braces serve a legitimate function, and the inclusion of a stabilizing brace on pistol or other firearm does not automatically subject that firearm to the provisions of the NFA. That's because stabilizing braces were first designed and intended to help disabled veterans fire large format pistols. Pistol braces are orthotic devices that allow users to more safely and accurately fire handguns. Good way to put it. I liked the way that they laid that out. I'll have a link to the filing down below, but when they address why they're just filing the lawsuit now, that's a good read too. Check it out. Within a week of learning its members would not be protected by the preliminary injunction granted solely to the parties before the court and their members in the Second Amendment Foundation versus ATF, the NRA sought to intervene in the same case. The intervention motion was also filed within months of the Second Amendment Foundation plaintiffs filing the relevant complaint, within 5 months of the final rule's effective date, and within a week of the actual enforcement date. And remember, their motion to intervene was denied in this case, the SAF's case, because the judge said that their motion to intervene was not timely and they waited too long and they could have filed their own lawsuit. So here we are. The SAF Court denied the NRA's request to intervene on June 30th, 2023, based in part on the NRA's ability to file its own separate lawsuit. The NRA respectfully disagrees with the application of Fifth Circuit intervention law to its request to intervene and intends to appeal the ruling. The NRA nevertheless continues its ongoing and continuous efforts to protect its members from the final rule by filing the separate lawsuit that the SAF court suggested was the proper approach. Providing protection to the NRA's members based on its associational standing is the most efficient course because it avoids the need for millions of law-abiding gun owners to file their own challenges to the final rule. Now, in the beginning, I showed you the 3 reasons that ATF is bringing this lawsuit, and now here's a quick thing of the causes of action of what they're alleging that the ATF, DOJ, Garland, and Dettelbach are doing. First cause of action is that the rule is arbitrary, capricious, abuse of discretion, not in accordance with law, unexplained change in position, failure to consider reliance interests. The second cause of action is arbitrary and capricious abuse of discretion, not in accordance with law, unlawful departure from clear statutory text, ultra vires agency action. The third is arbitrary, capricious abuse of discretion, not in accordance with law. The fourth is a violation of the Second Amendment, contrary to constitutional right, power, privilege, or immunity. The fifth cause is a violation of the Fifth Amendment, saying the rule is void for vagueness. And here is what's called the prayer. It says, wherefore plaintiff prays that this court grant the following relief. 1, declare that the final rule violates the APA, that's the Administrative Procedures Act, as it is unlawful and an ultra vires agency action. And that means it's beyond its legal authority, outside of the ATF's actual powers. Number 2, declare that the final rule violates the APA as it is not in accordance with law. Number 3, declare that the final rule violates the APA as it is arbitrary and capricious. Number 4, declare the final rule violates the APA as it is not the logical outgrowth of the proposed rule and does not abide by the requirements of the APA. 5, declare the final rule violates the APA insofar as it is contrary to constitutional right, power, privilege, or immunity, including under the Second Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, and the major questions doctrine. 6, declare that the final rule violates the right to keep and bear arms protected by the Second Amendment. 7, declare that the final rule violates the Fifth Amendment's due process clause by being void for vagueness. 8, vacate, set aside, and hold unlawful the final rule and any associated findings and conclusions pursuant to the APA. Number 9, preliminarily and permanently enjoin the defendants and anyone acting in concert with them from enforcing the final rule or from taking any action inconsistent with the rescission of the final rule against the NRA and its members. And 10, grant any other additional relief as the court deems just and proper, including any attorney's fees, reasonable litigation costs, and disbursements incurred in this action. So I got to give them credit. I was hammering them for not being in the game, and they're in the game now. Although it was forced, their hand was forced by the judge denying their motion to intervene in the Second Amendment Foundation's case, which they said they will appeal as well. So we have yet another lawsuit by a Second Amendment advocacy group against the government for trying to perpetrate, actually they have perpetrated it, but trying to stop the biggest gun ban in the history of America. These guns have been legal and lawful for over a decade. Numerous letters from ATF say just that. They've redefined rifle, just like they got their hands destroyed, not even slapped, but they were hammered for changing the definition of frames and receivers. They just lost that case. I think we all are in agreement that they're going to lose the pistol brace case. But we'll see what happens with the NRA's filing. Again, the link will be down below. Let me know what you think, guys and gals, and happy Independence Day. There's a second video here I did on July 4th. I'm probably not going to do another one unless something phenomenal happens today. But remember to take care of yourselves, keep your head on a swivel. Large gatherings of people can be very dangerous. Remember our rights. And if you're into our rights, specifically the right to keep and bear arms, then subscribe to Guns and Gadgets, because I bring you that information every single day, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, whether it's an attack or a victory, from litigation to legislation, no matter where it happens, I will bring it to you here every day. And I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Have a happy 4th of July. I will see you on the next one. Take care.